Hey guys, Sam again. Two videos in one day. Um, Essentially, what this is me explaining what I was talking about in the last video about how I make additional income selling options. This spreadsheet that you're looking at is actually an older spreadsheet. I need to get back to like updating these when I do them. It's essentially where I just check my premiums and then just track it to see how I can improve. I had another one where I added how much margin I was using, but again I was explaining work's been really busy, and I just gotta let make myself make more time or do something to keep myself accountable, which is what I think this YouTube channel will do. So let me just go ahead and explain what exactly is going on in here. So these are old trades, but I'll go over some trades I took, uh, I guess yesterday and the last few days, so that you can kind of see like how I'm doing now. So how this works is I just put the ticker when it was open, contracts, what type of trade, and the two accounts I usually trade them in. The sell, since these are usually like you're selling the options, that's what I'm putting. You know, uh, if it the vertical credit spread is what the VCPS means, is usually when it's like bullish. Essentially, that's why I put those in the buy. Um, so yeah, uh, essentially, what you try to do with these is optimize cash and sometimes margin to sell options, so that way that you can earn premium. So that if people are trying to, sell their shares, essentially, if you sell a put, which is what a cash secured put is, you have the cash to buy their shares. So, like, let's just look at this one for example. This is back in February. This is cash secured put on TQQQ. You can see, obviously, I forgot the Q. This is the $17 strike. And wow, I can't believe 3 months ago TQ was at that price. When you see the charts in a minute, that's like at 31 now. I should have got exercise. But, anyways, I'm basically basically collecting $44 in premium, so that way I will get assigned the shares if TQQ drops to $17 a share. Um, they did not get assigned to me at that strike, but essentially what you're doing is like you get premium for risking that you'll get assigned the shares, and then someone will basically sell you their shares at that price. And if not, if it doesn't happen, you just collect the full premium. So I prefer to do it that way, so that I don't really have to own the shares and I can use my cash to get more, um, you know, contracts or like more options. That's why I usually do with the lower deltas. I can explain that in a different video if you guys find this, interesting or useful. But essentially, what I'm looking for is ways to make a few $100 a week just selling options. Now, I'm not going to be untransparent with y'all. I have tried, spreads, and spreads are great because you can get more money usually, if they're closer to in the money. But I've taken some losses on those, which has wiped out some gains. So I've kind of stepped away from those and try to focus more on just selling options, which is why I want to bring this back up. Just a way to make, again, additional income. It's really almost essentially passive because you only have to do a few clicks a day. But these are some older options. But let me just go on the charts and I'll walk you guys through like exactly what I'm trying to do, so that when I'm looking for these options. So where is it? No, 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 no. Where is this? Oh, sorry. Let me go to this chart right here. Okay, if it loads. Okay. Anyways, um, let me show you some options that I sold this current week. So Soxel, you can see this thing has been on an incredible run. I really wish I got assigned at $13 a share so I could sell covered calls on it. But essentially, it's been stuck in this range for, what is this, like all pretty much all year, from like 13 to 18. So you can pretty much sell, options on this, so that you can either get assigned the shares and sell covered calls on it, which I can go over in another video, or, like I said earlier, just sell it at a far enough strike to where you get the premium. Now, oh, so sorry, someone's calling me if you heard that in the background. Now, what I did, let me just go into the 15-minute easier, is essentially I saw that we, had a huge rally on the S&P. S&P got up to 420 and then sold off in the morning. So pretty much at the lows where we had support down here the previous day, that's where I sold options. Now, at that time, SOXA was at 1715 and I was selling strikes that were about down here. So like I have one aggressive one, which is 1650, which I'm okay with getting assigned at. If you do not want to get assigned, you can sell for something lower, but you'll get less premium. So I did a 15 and some 1550s and then a 1650. And essentially what I'm doing is selling the rights to own that, those shares or get assigned those shares and collecting the premium. So I sold, I think, 3 or 4 contracts of Soxo and collected over $100 in premium. Let me look at my list real quick. I wrote it down. Um, so I sold a two May 26th, 16 for $55. So, basically Sox lost to drop below $16 for me to get assigned by next week. And let's look at the hourly chart. Like you would have to drop below here, like pretty much down here. So there's some pretty big support right here. So that's playing it safe. I also sold a longer dated one for $55, or actually 54, sorry, for June 9th for the 15.5. So it'd have to drop down here, which again, look, resistance turns support and have to drop below that. So I feel like that's a good, pretty good, uh, sell. And then I also did a aggressive 16 and a half for next week, just because the stock market is starting to look like it's in a bull market. I'm not gonna lie with y'all, like going to the S&P, like this thing looks like it wants to break out. Yes, it rejected at 420, but ES right here closed about 4,200, and I'm seriously, after we broke this level and closed above it pretty much, I think we're about to break out. You know what I'm saying? It looks like we're about to retest the 430s, but we'll see. I also sold some options on TNA, or just I guess one, but let me just look at the daily chart so you can see. Pretty much, I sold a 28.50 for next week for $42. There's a little bit more volatility in TNA right now because this is the IWM bullish share, similar to TQQ, just for IWM. And there's more volatility because of like the bank's crap. But you can see that pretty much like 28.50 is like a good or support area, and this is a huge support area at 26.80. So my thoughts on this is if we get banking news that's really bad and it drops below this area or my strike, I'll probably roll that to the next week just to get more premium. Not that I don't mind getting assigned, it's just for the fact that like with the volatility, it might go a little bit lower, which is fine. But like I prefer to get it more at like 26 than 28. But I got $42 for that. And then the YOLO trade, I guess if you could say, would be AMC. Not really YOLO, but like trying to catch the premium is this five. I got the $5 strike for next week for $19. And essentially I should have waited for the flag break, but I like how AMC has pretty much had increasing volume on the daily, and this pullback, the volume's been decreasing. So I feel like this will break out or at least hold. If not, same thing, I'll roll it. If not, worst case is I get assigned AMC shares for like what? I only have one contract for $5, so I could literally sell cover calls on that and make that up easy. And then sell cover call and get it assigned away for profit. So I know there was a lot to cover in this video, but essentially just just with selling options, I made over $200 yesterday. I collected over $200 on top of my day trades, which was over 100 on Amazon. So just wanted to share you guys that, and I'll make more videos on it in the future. But just wanted to let you guys know how else I'm able to make additional money in the stock market when I can't really day trade. So hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend. Thank you.